everybody, Johnny here. Welcome back for the second time today. We are going to try to fix this frame rate issue that we got going on. It was lagging earlier, but the vocals were on point. So it was a little weird. It makes me think that the stream was doing good, but I just didn't have the frames per second set up properly or something like that. So hey, welcome back. We're going to try to get this thing going and do this properly, and we'll see how it is. I'm going to give it a couple minutes, so if you're just tuning in right now, this is the beginning of the episode, episode 0.2 or whatever, and I'm just kind of giving it that moment to pick up, do its thing, and then I'm going to take a look, make sure everything on here, I'm grabbing the mouse to play a damn game on the console, make sure everything's looking good, and then we'll go from there and make sure that the game is set up properly. So I just was in here creating this area, getting some water pipes ran, things like that. So there shouldn't have been doing too much to, I mean, in fact, it shouldn't be using, hey Chris again, it shouldn't be doing too much damage to my computer playing off the PlayStation. So the computer should be doing good. So like I said, I upped the frames per second. I changed just a couple of things around. I ran OBS, I closed it, and I ran it as an administrator, so it's putting more priority into OBS instead of anything else. And right now, the one thing I'm not noticing is I do have my statistics put up on my screen too, so I can keep attention to what's going on. It shows me that I'm live, you know, whatever's going on. I don't like to record while I'm live. I think that takes up a little too much of your computer's you know, background and everything like that, so I turned that off. That's inactive. Yeah, so if that's good, let's keep going with it. Maybe I found the trick. I had it set, so what I originally was doing was I had it set at 30 frames per second, and for some reason it doesn't like the 30 frames per second. So I dropped it down to 25 frames per second, which is PAL, P-A-L, and that's what we were on just now, and like you could hear my voice properly, but the screen itself was going so much slower. So what I did is I changed this to 29.97 frames per second, and that should be doing the trick. So I'll even do a quick double check here. Head to one of my channels. Oh yeah, I see it now. It's definitely running really good. I can see the smoothness of the blue line down there on the bottom corner. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's get into it. So this area that we built last week, Hemlock Hills, this is just kind of like a little business slash office slash tiny bit industrial, just because it has the heating plant or whatever right there, and then we have our snowplow areas here. So that filled up freaking quick. Damn. So let's take a look at what we got going on here, just to be on the safe side. So our zoning, we don't really actually have any true industrial over here, because that would just be redonkulous. But is that a patch of oil over here? Holy smokes. That's, oh no, it probably caught fire. That's what it is. Probably caught fire. I'm just stupid. Part of me wonders if I can put a couple of industrial buildings in there and now not have an issue. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean? Hey, Bella Jam, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Alright, so there's like I said, there's a part of me that wonders if I can turn these. Ooh, I know. So we're gonna take Hemlock Hills here, I'm gonna change this to a high-rise band and heavy traffic band. You know what I mean? Like, and here it goes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, I swear to God, I'm gonna try to stop saying that. I don't know how I. It's just stuck in my head now. Oh, David, it's no problem. Hopefully we are able to catch it when you have some time later, and you know, whenever you're able to get in here, get back to the live views, David. I appreciate you even stopping by and saying hello. That is totally awesome, man. I really appreciate it. I really do. So when you get a chance to get back here and start watching the lives, that'll be great. But until then, just remember, they're there waiting for you. They're recorded and ready to go, man. Pouring myself a little bit of a drink over here. Okay, I do got this awesome stuff. I got this at Walmart. It's one of the best value brand. Even though it's the Walmart generic brand, it's the peach cranberry, and it's so dang good. Oh my gosh. I'm typically a huge lover of anything peach anyway. Peach ice cream, peaches and cream, peach oatmeal, peach juice. I love it. It's great. And the peach cranberry is amazing, I'm telling you. Now, there's probably a brand out there that has a peach cranberry that would blow my mind. But I'm broke lately, so yeah. And like I said, I went broke at the same time as I was trying to quit drinking soda and quit doing, like, you know, drinking and eating certain things that are bad for my stomach and my indigestion and stuff like that. Except for this. Like I said last night's stream, I'm trying to give up everything but whiskey. So we'll see what happens. All right, get rid of the we'll do the high-rise band there. What I want to do now is we're gonna get this tool. We're gonna stretch this over from Hemlock into this area. I want the high-rise band for a reason, because instead of doing industrial buildings there, I'm going to do office buildings. It gives us the industrial need, but it's an office. And if you keep it from having the high-rises, now this might build a high-rise right there with that 4 square right there, that larger part of the square. That could build a high-rise, but having it banned, it's not going to allow it to get super huge. And it'll stay something around buildings like we have over here. So that's why I'm like, yeah, let's do that. We'll put offices in here. Oh, I shouldn't have hit that one. The other one. I should have kept that. Oh, well, whatever. An office is fine. That's what I want to do, like how I just did that. I want to keep that business in that spot. So maybe, hold on. Let's pause. It's going to kill the business. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. I know it. Damn it. I screwed up. Alright, let's try again. I wanted that to be office space and that to be a business. There we go. That should be good. So we have some offices over here in this area that are going to be fine with being in a spot that's got, you know, other type, you know, recycling center. We've got the snow dumps. So we're good. We're good to go. I can't believe how fast these are filling up. Like, I need more. Oh, here we go. We can get more snow dumps opened up before we unpause this. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. So, if I was to be playing the PC version right now, I would totally be thinking, let's get that, I would totally be thinking about building a snow dump that is something similar to, I think I have one here, hold on. Be in the industrial zone. Maybe not. Well, I mean, I guess this is one. So this eco plant here from the Heart of Korea pack. So this is technically a dump, like a trash dump. But what they do is the trucks bring the trash in and they burn the trash and it creates energy. Now this one is a total cheat in my opinion. I still use it all the time, but it's a total cheat because these supposedly don't don't create pollution. They create noise pollution, but the eco-friendly incinerator plant creates no pollution. So I use them a lot, trying to keep pollution down. But noise pollution, obviously, I'm going to put them in industrial zones and stuff like that. So, but you can always put them in areas like this. I think I have one over here. Yep, which is close to a neighborhood, but just close enough that the noise pollution is fine, but it doesn't create any ground pollution. So. What I would do, holy crap, hold on a second. Had something stuck in my throat. Okay, what I would do would be to create a building like that. There might even be something, maybe I just haven't looked hard enough. But on the PC version with the mods, I would create a snow dump that burns the snow, or not burns it, but basically heats it up and melts it, and then it like drains off into a lake or a river or something like that, right? Like you could create a reservoir for yourself, a water reservoir for yourself that is continuously, if you live in an area like this, continuously filled by water that is being melted off from snow dumps that are collecting the snow. If that's what we're doing, I mean, in real life, they don't have fucking snow dumps. I mean, maybe they do in some places, but I ain't got them around here. We just push it off to the side of the road with these giant snow blowers and call it a day. And the snow blowers are amazing. You would not want to get caught in one of those. It'll eat a car. It will eat a fucking car. Anyway. Those things will grab that snow and blow it way out into the forest. And so we don't worry about snow dumps in real life, but in the game, obviously they do. So I would do something like that. Anyway, I spent a lot of time talking today. It looks like we need some industrial stuff. Let's get the game back on play. This should be an industrial zone in here. That's what I believe I was building in Heather Hills here. Because we have our Psychedelics Industries over here, which would be the Elon Musk area, basically the Tesla type of zone, because we got our electric car plant, we've got our little, like, I don't know, it's like a mix between Apple and Tesla in my opinion. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, then we've got our connections to the freeway here and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and throw in some industrial. Oh, we already have a bunch here too, which is great. That's just good. Use this. I went a little too far. Yeah. Okay. I just try not to build stuff too quickly. If you throw it in there, you like fill the whole zone up. Then you got like 3 buildings growing over here. No electric connection. You got 2 over here. It's such a mess. I hate it. So anyway, what I should do is start preparing our next. I want to start preparing something next. I mean, we don't really have anything needed yet. So what do? We go ahead and we start thinking of one of the projects that we built this area for. And that was a ski resort. Even, this is going to be freaking hard. Now, if I was on PC, it'd probably be simple. Super simple. But this is not going to be super simple. One, if I want to have ski resort things, hold on a second here. I think there's something in here. Let's take a look. I think we have a ski lodge. Like, seriously, that's it. A ski lodge. I don't even think it's in here. Probably looking in the wrong spot. But we don't have ski resort related stuff necessarily. We do have, oh yeah, maybe the ski resort is in here. We have these. These are useful when making in what I'm planning on here, okay? Then we have... These could probably look cool up there too. They would probably fit in. But what really pisses me off is as soon as you use one thing, it gives it that freaking... You've used it. You can never use it again, asshole. You're like, well, screw you. So some of our other options to make this look like a ski resort, what we're going to be doing to make this look like a ski resort, is in transportation. And you may have already thought about this. We do have our cable cars. These are absolutely phenomenal in creating ski resort look, I should say. Not necessarily just creating the ski resort, but creating the look. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a few dirt roads, because that's going to make things work out a little better. It might not get as used as much as the regular roads and stuff like that, but the dirt roads are going to help keep and maintain a look about the mountain of like trails and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I've worked on a mountain before. They do have trails that you can drive on up and down. Like in the wintertime, obviously you're not going to drive a four-wheel drive truck up of these trails if the snow is super deep, but you're going to take a snowcat up and down them. One of those large vehicles with the big treads on them and everything like that. And you'll even use it and keep it, you know, maintained with the snowcat, that possibly even at some point, if you needed to, you could bring a vehicle with wheels up that trail. So we're going to create some trails with the dirt roads. We're going to create some areas that they're going to allow the cable cars to go up and down the hill here. And then what we're going to do is combine those the tops of the cable cars with an area that's going to be like filled with some businesses, the hotels, things like that are going to look good. It's going to be like a resort area is how we're going to create it, so that people will travel there and stuff like that. So if you remember one of my last builds, I can't remember the name of the town right now, right off the top of my head, but I built a race track there, and that was really simple in a way, but this is kind of using the same principles in building the racetrack. We're going to build this ski resort here. So give me a second here. That Angel's Envy, that ride just hits amazingly. Okay, let's go down here to our dirt roads. This is what like I said, we're going to use these. And what I want to do is I want like 3 of them to leave from right here. I want one to go this direction, one to go up this direction, and one to go up this direction and end up over here. It makes sense if you've ever worked in a ski resort or been skiing, snowboarding, whatever in that matter. You're gonna, ski lifts do that. They'll go up over the crest of a hill and go flat for a moment and then get you to where the skiing is gonna be at. However, this is the issue here. This is gonna be more, because it's flat there, and then you got a rise that you can get around here along the lake or this little pond or whatever. This is more of a cross-country skiing zone, which some ski resorts do have. You do plenty of cross-country skiing in here, and then you would have the downhill. But what I want to do is, it's going to be like a stop here, and then there'll be, I want a lift either here or here that's going to be like for the extreme skier slash snowboarder, right? But I think it would be more here, and then it would be interesting if I could figure out how to put a helicopter stand here, so it would we could pretend that they're picking them up in a helicopter and putting them up here. So let's get going. The first thing I want to do, and in fact, I'm going to put another one or two in over here as well. But I want to start with the main part of our resort. So the main part of our resort is actually going to use a regular road. We'll go ahead and use a 2-lane. with freeform, looking good. I'm going to bring this up over this hill here and then stop it there. We'll come back to this in a moment. I want to use this little piece of the lake as well in here. We have access to our shipping, our boat lines. We have access to our boat lines all in this area. So there's the possibility of using something there for that in the future. So give me just a moment. We'll get there. We'll get back there. What I want to do, though, I'm going to bring a road like this. I want to go finish up this 4-lane really quick. Do something like that. We got to be careful crossing this water though, because if we block too much in here, like this is basically the point of no return. We're not going to have ships going that direction. So my best thought here is to probably do something like this. And we'll bring it over. And we'll just end that there because I'm not 100% sure how we're going to take that. We could even change it in the future. But the thing is, I'm trying to appreciate what I've got here with this other road and the space I'm using for some reason. And I think what I'm going to do is I just realized I have zoning on. I hate that. These are roads I don't want zoning on. And here's the reason why. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and lift this road up. Nami, hush up over there. So I'm going to run this road alongside the track here. Like I said, this is kind of our, like that's it. You're not getting any further, obviously. Like, we might do some fishing boats in here or something, but... Did I mess that up? I did. I totally screwed that up. I want to do something more like this. We're going to have to go ahead and add our snap options back in, because what I want to do is take this along the tracks. Oh, this is awesome. It's letting me do it. It's gonna collide with the track if I do that, I bet. Watch. Oh, maybe not. Nope, it is. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Look, it's going to connect better now here by doing that. That's actually pretty good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. That actually turned out better than I thought. This side I've got zoning on, though. That really kind of sucks. Because I have to individually click each piece of the road. I don't get the ability to just click and drag like the damn PC players do. Lucky ass PC players. I have been wanting to get back on here and do PC again, but I just have been having issues with stuff. I got too much going on the PC now, and I gotta just update my graphics card a little bit, and I should be able at that point to properly sustain the game the way it should play. So just give me a little bit of time. Once I get some money saved up from my new job, I will be able to do that. Okay, we're using 2-lane road in here, right? Yeah, okay. Something like that. I think there would be a couple of single one-way roads. There'd be like 2 of them. So I think like coming in, you would have one that would go like that, and then you'd have another one over here, like that. And that would make up kind of this little resort area here. Off of this road. That should almost be a 6-lane road, but we can't really change it the way it's been. It would just throw everything off, I think. That is like a major road, to be honest. Like, it really is. Maybe we do change that to a 6-lane in the future. We'll see. For now, gosh darn it. I can't just help but want to do this. In my mind, to me, it just seems like this should be a 6-lane. Despite throwing everything that I've been building out the window and just being completely off the wall. Like, it's not going the same direction as the other 6 lanes. It's going the opposite. It's crisscrossing with 6 lanes. The hell am I doing? But hey, you know what? I live in a city that throws that out the window every fucking day. So I've seen some crazy ass roads and designs out there in just my city alone, and you're like, how did they build it that way? Why did they build it that way? What were they thinking? And it was probably more of that, what were they thinking in the past? The future people were like, dude, this is more what this area should be used for. I don't know. Then we got spots like this. We have 6-lane connecting up to roads. Oh my god. Oh, it just hurts. It hurts my soul to do that. Connected to another 6-lane there. Oh no. I mean, a lot of this doesn't really take off from there anymore because of the mountain, I guess. So that's a plus. Oh shit. Pause. They are not happy about that. They're like, bro, that's fucked up. That road's way too busy. I don't want that passing my backyard. Build a fence. Sorry. Go fuck yourself. That's what the city would do say in the first place. Say, nah, you know what? You can just go screw yourself. Build a fence. Sorry. It just, to me, now that I see it, that road, since it's following the mountain, there really isn't going to be anything on this side of the road other than our ski resort areas, and then over here we'll do something, but I just feel like that just needs to be a 6-lane now. It's going to have to happen. What's going on over here? educated workers. Alright, I hear you. I see what you're talking about. There are not enough educated workers. That college doesn't do shit. Alright, we'll place one up here for now. And then, since this is all business and offices down here, I guess we could figure something out with this area. I'm just going to place it here for now, just to get some education rolling through these areas for the moment. Once it's happening and we move the school, it'll be totally fine. I'm sure it'll work out for the best. So for now, we're just going to place them there. Watch them never move. At least the one in Hemlock. The other one might be in my way for whatever we end up doing with this whole back area here, so we'll get that figured out in the future. And I have to use frickin' power lines. Why can't I place a power line right? Oh, I can't. They just made me think I could. It says it has no power, but it seems odd. We'll just add to it though, fuck it. There you go, there's a little power for you. Yeah, like we have not enough energy being used up for that to be a problem over there, but maybe it's just because where it's at and how it's all connected up. I don't know. It could be an issue. I don't think it is, but we'll just do more power. More power. Alright, so we've got this area. Let's take a look at something here so I can finish this road up. Wow, wow, wow. Oh man, I'm bummed. They're not going to be playing Christmas music anymore. Wow, wow, wow. We could do a normal harbor. It's not that big. I mean, it really isn't. And what's cool is you could implement this in a way that it's meant to serve, like in your brain. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily actually, I mean, it would, but it's meant to serve this as a, you know, people come in on a cruise ship, they go skiing, and then they get back on the cruise ship and they fucking leave. Hey Tim, welcome. Yeah, I love this snow map. This one's looking great. I realized that I could turn the storm down and you could see better without it. I think what I'm gonna do is put this like kind of in this position here. We're gonna have to adjust the mountain just a little bit here, but we got this. It's good to go. We're good. Go down here to the 2 lanes. Freeform. We'll go ahead and get our zoning on. I like that, but what I want to do at this point is take our curved. That way we get this last little piece connected looking good right there. See that? Like I said, we're going to adjust the hill. We'll adjust it. We'll make it all look good in there. It's not going to be hideous like this forever. And then what I want to do is we'll run it out like this. And then come around the base of this mountain. Oh, it looks like crap. Do I still have it in curved? Is that what's going on? It is. It should be in freeform. That would help me out a lot. We're gonna come up this way, connect in, but I do want a little spot right here. Now this, that actually looks good. I was kind of considering if I could, making this like a bridge through here. Hold on, I want to try though. Hold on, I gotta, in order to do this right, I'm gonna have to get rid of the angles and everything here. So what I was thinking is in real life, in an area like this, they would actually build more of a bridge structure through something like this. I wish I could extend that out. Like, if I had the PC going right now, I could extend these just a little bit more of a length. But that is seriously how they would build something like that through there. It just wouldn't be as high as that. Oh! Of course, it would not be as high as that. And you know how you fix that? The elevation step. Derp. Duh, Donnie. Why didn't you think of that, you stupid dude? Gosh, dang it. That's way better. Oh yeah, that is way better. Yeah. Like that's I could even done the elevation step down one more step and that would have been good too, but I'm gonna leave that without having to like do too much to it. Then let's go ahead, at this point I think our best choice is to go into, hold on, our best choice is to think, do we want to do anything here? Yes or no? And I think the answer is going to stay no. So what we're going to do is clean up the road though. It's not doing what I want it to do. Hold on. So I want to take this and just have it like slope right to the road at this point. Even come back a little bit, that's fine too. Now this point, I just want to bring it back a little bit away from the road. So that here, There we go. It's just a nice, clean transition along the road. And then here is a little bit tougher. But I think if we just slowly come down this, see how it's starting to get more of that rigid out here, like more of a cliff look to it. That's what I'm waiting on. I want that. And do stuff like this to still kind of bring it up, keep that kind of rigid look to it. Now here, let's make it match. Like that. That's not bad. And then we could do something like this, just for poops and giggles. Grab one of these and just kind of like lay it out in here. Some stuff like that. It'll help make it look a little more natural. We could do so much more, but I'm talking like I could spend so much time just sitting there doing that, making the roadside look natural. And you're like, why did we just spend an hour on the side of the road? Because that's how I like to play. But we're not going to do that. Okay. Now the reason I wanted this, like I said, we're going to have the ships come in, and that'll give them the ability to come in. But all of our hotels and stuff will be in over here. So what I'm thinking now, I just had a killer idea. Okay, so how I changed this into a 6-lane road here, okay? And then what I should have done is copied these 6-lane roads at this point. What I should have done here is left all that a 4-lane road through there. That would have been perfectly fine. What I should have done is disconnected it here. Check this out. This is going to work out way better, and it's going to allow what I want to do here in the future to be much more viable for me, or it's going to work out better. So let's go with our freeform tool, no zoning. Let's get back here so we can see where we're going versus the other roads. And I mean, obviously we have this issue where we're ending on the edge of the map there, which is, I don't know, I don't want to like just dead stop to the end of the map, but we'll go ahead and let this one stop here. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. This is going to work. This is totally going to work. So let's go back to our 4 lanes. I'm going to upgrade this road back. Hold on, but I've got to do one thing really quick here. Connect that in. Oh, don't give me your fucking tears. Oh no, I don't like the road. I don't like the way the road is. Suck it. Now this can get all changed back to a 4-lane through here. Son of a bitch. A 6-lane there. Now we're going back down to our 4 lanes. Let's find our tram road. Put that one in. Back to regular 4-lane. See, they are so much happy. You see how there was happy faces. Like, oh my god, they changed it back to a 4-lane road. Oh, they got rid of that 6-lane. I'm so much happier with that. Glad we complained at the mayor's office, because that would have pissed me off. Alright, so we've got the 4-lane running back through there, connects into this 6-lane going up there. Now this 4-lane... Now this bug works on the console. It loves to just mess with me constantly, so... I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to bring this up. And it's going to go like this. Hold on. We're going to adjust, I have to obviously adjust the hillsides and stuff, but give me a second here. This is going to be beautiful. I do, however, let's go down here, go to leveling, and click on this level. Strength full. We'll try to make this look natural, but it ain't gonna happen. We can already see that. Okay, so I'm just creating an area here. We'll adjust and make it look good in a moment here after we're done. But I need... Bum 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 bum. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. Need all this turned back on, obviously. And, yeah, let's build it right here. Doesn't have to be huge. I know we got this big ass road coming into it, but it's just a turnaround. It's just a turnaround. Every time I switch roads and shit on here, I always have to make sure. What do you mean slope too steep? Slope too steep, my ass. Oh my god. Oh, crap. Come on. That is not the right road. Maybe that's why I was saying slope too steep this whole time. So you idiot, you're using the wrong road. There we go. let's go fix this damn hillside. Ah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Turn that strength down. Maybe I did a little too much there. Let's turn the strength up a little bit more, I guess. My goal was to try to make it look natural after I was done, but I'm having a little trouble here. Now here I should probably lift the snow, or lift the ground. Shouldn't be such a cliff right next to the road, I would think. This can get sucked back a little. Ooh, we can make this have like stuff like that. There we go. So it actually looks layered. Like it kind of was naturally that way. That's kind of a good idea. That's actually not bad. Kind of like the way that's coming out, but I want to fix some of these areas a little better. Try to get it to like flow a little bit through here. So it's not just this spot. There we go. It'd be cool to just turn off the music and sit here and just listen to the air and the birds. Just looking out over the city. This would be such a cool freaking vantage point. People would drive up here just for the view alone. I guarantee it. In real life, people would take this drive, it's not a long drive, up into the mountain to come here and just look at this fucking vantage point. Like, it makes me want to build. Like, in what I'm doing right now, there needs to be a, God bless America. Why am I not building this one on PC? Holy crap. This would be like the perfect area to have a little rest area, right? Like, I think I can still do it. I think I can still do it. Just give me a second. I'm going to think this over. We can still do it. Let me pour myself some spiced bourbon here. So, it's going to be tough, but I think see, the problem is if I put like an extra road, or I put in a, you know, let's try it. Let's fucking try it. If it will work. That would look best right there. That's not what it wants to do for me. Oh, hell yeah. It made it a little weird looking, but that's... Alright. I don't remember if there was zoning on that road, but... Nope. Okay, let's redo that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. No, no! Oh, crap. I think I just screwed myself. No, maybe not. Just had to work too. Yeah, that'll work. I don't. It's fine. Yeah, it's totally fine because we'll do that. We'll go in here, we'll grab our trails. Something like that. We'll have one go down this way. Like that. We'll have a little one go off this direction. Why would that interfere with the trail over there? Give me a fucking break. Are you kidding? Like, look at... I'm not even touching that first portion of the trail, and you're telling me that's a problem for you, huh? Alright, whatever. So stupid. Well, let me put it over there, but let me put it like here. But I could still place a couple of picnic tables out here. No, the bench, beautiful. We'll place a couple over here. Beautiful. What else we got in here? The information board. What? Wow. This would actually do best over here. Where you would typically see something like that. I'll throw a couple of fire pits in here just because. Why not? It would be kind of cool to come up there in the middle of the night, have a little fire, just look at the fucking lights of the city, right? Like, watch, let's do this. Let's do it. Chirper just enjoying the city from the best view in the city right now. He's excited. He's excited. You see that? He's jumping. He's waving to everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm on the mountain. Screw you all. I'm taller than you. Awesome. And then, of course, you know, we got our benches. Will you stop getting stuck, Chirper? And so you could sit and enjoy that view with the tree in your way. And then, oh, that'd be cooler if they were freaking lit up. It'd have been way cooler if they were lit up. We got these fire pits. You can sit here at night with a fire, roasting marshmallows, looking over the mountains, or off the mountain. Like, I hate that. I hate it. You know what we need? Is frickin' fire pits, damn it. Okay, hold on. I'm getting rid of those ones, and we're going to put in this one. Inside of a park or roadside area. Son of a bitch. It's kind of interesting it'll let me build it off of the garage, back of the garages there. I was like, nope, nope, nope. They need to be lit up. Bonfires, let's do this. Excellent. That's what I want to see. The fires of Mordor. Power? Are you high? You don't get power up here. Who the hell told you you can have power? Alright, to me, that's freaking awesome. Let's throw it at some trees, though. Oop. throw in some trees. Gotta hit some trees on some of these edges where it would look like they would grow. Okay, some stuff like that. You know, I'm gonna go a little more wide. And just kind of throw them in like that. Do the same thing with these. I don't want like tons of them, but I want just enough to kind of fill in as I'm clicking the damn button. So, see, that looks fine. Except, I do admit one thing that I don't like is seeing there we go. These ones right in front of the fire pits, like blocking views. No, we're gonna get rid of those. Alright, that looks totally fine to me. That is looking great. Why is it still saying we need more industrial? We got all... Oh, it built it all up. It used all that up. Wow, we really did need industrial. Well, smoke my salmon. We needed industrial. Let's fill up more area over here, I guess. Ooh, no. I'm going to be a little careful with how close I'm going with the industrial zoning here. We got these trees. We got psychedelics. Psychedelics I want to remain with all the trees around it. So, like, in fact, all of you, sorry, you're punished. You can't be there anymore. I'm gonna make you all offices there. That's better. And then we'll have kind of a little greenway area there, I think would be nice. Let's do offices like that, and then we'll leave that all trees in there. That should be fine. That way we try to get a little more industrial going. Should be good. Alright, back to the task at hand. Trying to build a resort area. This is probably going to go into next week as well, I guess. We got to get prepared, and then we got to go from there, so... Alright, now... What I need to do is figure out... Like I said, I want one or two here, so I think what we'll do is use the 2-lane road, freeform, zoning... Go like that. I really don't like that, though. Something more like that, I think. Pow, pow, pow. Go to our public transportation. Find our cable cars. We need cable car and a line. And we're going to put one down here. One over here. Want one there. I want one up here. So a couple down here. So we're going to need one here, there, and there. Pew, pew, pew. I can't choose to make it how I want. I have to go straight, huh? It's gonna mess up that trail. That's really. Yeah, that's what I thought. My trail can stay there. You're just assholes. Bum, 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 bum. And I want, like I said, the next one is going to come up to about here. So let's stop that one there. This one, I want to go there-ish. About there-ish. This one I want to go right up here in the center, like right about here. Remember, this one I wanted to give them the opportunity to have like cross-country skiing on. So we're going to go there, and then there. But then I want one that goes from there to like there. So this one's going to be something like this. Okay, now those are probably way off. Or not. Yeah, that works. So we'll adjust, you know, these stupid roads and stuff, but that's kind of the idea. So I want a spot where people to get off and pretend that they're skiing from here, doing some cross-country skiing around the water, and then eventually hitting the slope there. Then we need there. Son of a gun. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. An end of the line stop needs to be here. So we'll actually have to reroute this line. That's fine. Invalid shape my butt. Okay. something like that. It's kind of a weird zigzag, but whatever. We'll do something like this to make it look like it should have gone that way, I guess. There, that way it looks like they had to go around that for a reason or something. We have to figure out water, electricity. Let's hit pause. There we go. So obviously we have to figure out water and electricity and such. I'm not sure whether I should connect the roads, but I guess I can. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I mean, that'll work, I guess. It's not like I'm going to bring the road all the way down. No, that's where it's going to stop, just so they all get connected where they need to be. I got to bring water and everything up through there, so that's the best route for it, I guess. Bump, bump, ba bump, bump, ba dum bump, bump, bump. Okay, so let's get the rest of the lines built. Come on. There you go. Those should be already connected. I messed with them already. That's good. That's good. Everybody wants power. Everybody wants water. That's typical. I almost feel something like this. I think this might be better. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. For the people who like to fucking go bananas. The ones who are like, I'm gonna jump off that cliff with my skis on. That sounds awesome. That's what this trail is. I don't understand them. More power to them. They can fucking jump off of any cliff they damn well please with their skis and snowboards on. Doesn't mean I don't have to build it for them, right? All the way at the top. Like, woo! Let's jump into the rocks. Let's do it. Or you got this trail, which could lead to a number of possibilities if you were into it. Like, especially backcountry skiing. Of course, you could get trapped at that lake. That's your fault. But anyway. This is coming out great. This is better than I even expected. I mean, there's some stuff I got to do to make it kind of work and fit together, but this is coming out freaking tits. This is good. 140. Alright, well, I think what I want to do is, because the next step is going to be more around kind of doing the basic stuff. Let's do that right now. Like getting the pipes laid. I don't think I have the snaps turned off, but it's working out pretty good for me, so whatever. I'm just gonna do that right on through, break on through to the other side of the circle, and then we'll follow. Okay, now I'm gonna want this all freaking. Oh, it already is off. Maybe I need to get rid of that. Down, 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 down. Yeah, I gotta say, I know it's not Christmas anymore. We're a couple days past, but I am slightly disappointed. There's no more Christmas music playing. Just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Alright, now they're all begging for power. Oh, wait. See, now they're all begging for power, too, but... if you have to run lines to something like this up a hill, you would totally do it along where you're already building and creating stuff, such as your, you know, cable line and everything like that. So that's why I did that. Okay, so that, now we need power. It's not the toughest thing ever, because we can do stuff like this. It's not going to matter if there's noise. I don't think we need two of them. But we do need a couple of power lines that'll go from here to there. Then that and that. Let's hit play. I think this is gonna go. We gotta do, obviously we gotta do some land work and some trees here and there, but I think this should fix all our issues and allow people, oh yeah, I can't remember. Big old yawn there. Allow people to be moving back and forth between these areas and everything like that. The only thing that people won't be able to drive a car to would be this top one. So what I could do for up here to make people want to bring their asses up here would be to put a park of some sort. So like the sightseeing tower. And a restaurant. Yeah, some type of open air restaurant would make sense up there. It's like a barbecue basically. They charge you way more money than they should to barbecue some fucking gross chicken that they got from Cisco. You know. You know how restaurants work, especially when they're resort styled. It's all good. Now we'll clean up the land a little bit, make it look a little more realistic and natural. Get away from that damn thing. Crap. Bam, 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 now. Alright. The road is there so they can walk to the sightseeing tower and the frickin' open air restaurant. There's power. Doesn't look half bad. Let's throw some trees around the restaurant. Oh, I think a palm tree would do great. So a palm tree up in there. Beautiful. Now there's a reason for people to fucking travel all the way up here, even though they have to take this. No passengers. It's alright. No passengers. None. Alright, we didn't have anything up there for them. Fuck. You know, sorry. Now we do. We should probably do some similar stuff along these trails too. It would make it more of a reason for people to follow them, but we'll think of that in the slight future here, not quite this moment. Right now I'm trying to set up the base of our ski resort here, which is looking amazing. I gotta say, for doing this on console with no mods and trying to do it with the stuff that I have on hand, this is freaking awesome. Oh, I should add water down there. Hold on. And power. Ugh. Plus, I'm going to have hotels and stuff through here, so obviously it makes sense to have power. Oops. damn freaking save freezing shit up on me like that. Ba-da-ba-da. That little triangle shouldn't make a difference for any of the buildings I'm going to put in there, so we'll ignore that. Part of me was going to say, you know, they wouldn't build a pipeline this way, but then part of me was like, you know what? They would. They would build it underneath the bridge. It'd be part of the bridge infrastructure and get built that way. So they could do a pipeline under the bridge, get it back underground at that point, and do it that way. So yeah, never mind. I've seen it done before. I've seen sewage lines be built under the bridge to connect one area to the next, so... Power... The one thing about this game is not, like, in City Skylines 2, you get underground power lines, and that's amazing. I can't do that in one. Bum, 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 bum. And the reason I put 4 of them up there is because we are going to be self-sufficient on power over here for a little bit as we put in hotels and stuff. So I figured put in enough. We could even add in one more in the future if we needed to. 1 or 2 more. This area seems to be really good with wind production, so everything should be working out. Not enough water. Oh, you're talking about like water. Oh, did I not connect him to the outside world? That's my fault. Yeah, that's my fault. I guess you want to have connection to services with those water lines, not just dump sewer into a line and leave it. Makes sense. And I guess they need power and water as well. Bum bum ba bum. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum ba ba bum. I'm gonna put a temporary one down here because they don't need a lot of power. And once stuff starts getting built up around them in this area, they'll be totally fine without it. So I'm just gonna do that and one of those windmills for now. Let's speed up time. Watch everything lose all... The fuck is wrong with you? You have... Okay. So we need heat. You have heat. Chill. You're all good to go now. You know, I bet... a mountain stage would be awesome here. Look at that. We'll do it like that, that's fine. I don't mind the trail going like it did there. We got a little stage up here so people can go. Stupid frickin' windmill. Imagine you're at a concert. You're watching the band, but the view is that also. You come over here. You have Creed playing "Can You Take Me Higher" as you're watching out over that way, right? It's just amazing. I mean, Creed would play small venues like that these days. Nobody listens to them. That's why I was kidding. I'm fucking kidding. Oh my god. I don't even think they're around anymore, are they? Oh. They really want that educated people down there, don't they? They should get them soon enough, though. We put some schools in earlier. Already? Are you serious? There's already on fire? Oh god, why? Oh my lord, we have a fire at a fucking ski resort. Millions of miles away from an actual fire station. Great. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm pretty sure there is a Mountain Resorts fire station somewhere. We got that one. We got the Countryside Fire Department. Either of those would look good. I think we'll go with the Mountain Resorts one, though. We'll set them up right there. We may as well go with the Mountain Police Station. We'll pretend that's our, we'll pretend that's Ski Patrol. Speaking of, we'll go throw like a ski patrol, pretend ski patrol building at each one of these. I could place it in the wrong spot. I love it. Let's do it. So we'll just pretend that we have ski patrol. By using that. Oh, we need one up here. It's our ski patrol building. Our main ski patrol building there by the fire. We'll throw another one over here. There, that should help. And the cop takes off. He's like, fuck this, I don't want to die. Put me here, I'm about to get burned down. I'm getting the fuck out of here. It's a hot ride, it sure is. I mean, I guess the bull wheel stopped working properly or something. Like, oh no, the bull wheel froze. It's starting a fire on the cable. We're still gonna send the cable cars up. Even though you should hit the emergency brake button and tell everybody to get the fuck off to save their lives. Have you ever seen? Oh god, it's the scariest damn thing. I haven't seen it in real life. I've seen videos though, and I've never wanted it to happen to me when I worked at ski resorts. But a bull wheel going backwards, like when there's too much weight on the line and it decides it's going to go the opposite direction. Oh my god, what do they call it? I forget what it's called, but just look up a video of a bull wheel, of a ski resort bull wheel. They're called a B-U-L-L-W-H-E-E-L. Bull wheel. Bull wheel goes backwards, and it will freak you out. You will probably never want to ride a ski lift again. I still will. I'll go snowboarding if I had the opportunity to, but... Finally, somebody's there to save the day. And didn't even come to the fire station from next door. They were like, yeah, we were like from 20 miles away. We heard there was a fire, but we're here. There's a helicopter now. Just in case. He's like, oh, you don't need me? Alright, I'm out of here. Go back to my helicopter station 500 miles away. This is pretty good. I mean, there's even traffic already up here because people are using them for whatever reason. And it's cool because, like I said, we could pretend that there's, you know, they're getting off here to do some cross-country skiing through this area, or they're going up there to get some downhill on with like a touch of some cross-country right there. That's why I built this area, though. I wanted this area to have the look, that feel of you know, a ski resort, and I think I've accomplished that pretty well so far. So put that in there, so there's a reason for people to get off at this spot. Hey, Rack, what? Sightseeing towers are pretty useful. It'll draw people to the spot for one. Something like this spot would be best with maybe a little gazebo part. Again, we're trying to give like reasons for people to come here. This one's kind of tough because we got the police and fire, our ski patrol basically, so then we could give them... Let's give them this random park from Shibuya. I'm just kidding. I guess another mountain buffet isn't a bad choice. These vehicles all driving up here. Imagine trying to drive on a dirt road in the middle of winter. That'd be crazy. This spot looks the coolest to me. Like, this one's like hitting it off. They got the one lift up here. You can just ride the lift up here to party, or you can ride the lift up here, grab your snowboard, and fucking go for it. Sort of. That might be a rough ride, but it's there. There's an option. You know, we could do another ski lift from here to here. That would actually work out too. I could see that happening. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. I think so. There we go. Three of them heading to the same spot, though, like... Yeah, I guess. It wouldn't, like, not be unheard of. You could be riding a trail down this way on the short lift, and then at one point you're like, you know what? I'm gonna take the long trail down this way or whatever. I mean, there's so many reasons why they would do that. So let's go ahead and do our upgrade to zoning. The best part is I could put this in with the zoning. Like that, and then come back in here. Toggle zoning back off and just get rid of it entirely right there. And it's not going to affect the building. Wonderful! Wonderful. Okay. So yeah, I mean, honestly, there would be some cool trails, just easy trails. Like any ski resort would have some trails going through here. They'd even probably build like a snowboard park, even. You know what I mean? With like jumps and stuff like that. It's more of an area where you could put a half pipe and jumps in, and people would definitely ride there. As opposed to it just being an area that goes straight down from here to there, you know? So I wish I could add that type of stuff in. That would make things way better. Let's go ahead and add in like snow jumps and half pipes and stuff like that, but I can't do that. This is the console, remember. So we just have to use our imagination for a lot of this. Just have to imagine there's a badass half pipe going down there, and like some jumps and rails. And if it's anything like SSX, you're doing some jumps and like rail sliding on the cable line there. Just, yeah, bro, SSX tricky, dog. And if you know SSX tricky, you're old. Fuck yeah, you're old. It was one of the best snowboard fucking games ever, though. Seriously, SSX tricky, such amazing games. Like, honestly, top tier snowboard games. I would play them to this day. They're that good. I know there's all kinds of other new stuff out there. I can't even remember the names of them. They're good, though. They're good. They got that SSX feel, even. Like, gosh, wish I could remember the name of it. But, like, you could be snowboarding, and all of a sudden you're, like, you got a squirrel suit on, and you're, like, flying with a squirrel suit and everything. Like, gosh, I can't remember the name of that. It's a good game, too, but damn, SSX takes the cake. That's one of the best games. Alright, let's take a look at this. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So we came in here, we adjusted this road. This originally, let's start with this. This road was originally a 4-lane road like the one next to it, which makes sense in the scheme of things. Like if you're running the way they were coming, what they were coming from and all that, like it just makes sense. But as I started to think about it, I'm like, no, it's going to make more sense for this to be a 6-lane road, allowing more traffic to come up here for the shipping lines. We are getting boats in already. And for what we're going to create in this little spot for our ski resort. We've started our ski resort. We have our lifts. We have lifts in place going and making it look like people are able to get up here to actually ski and snowboard and snow skate and do whatever else. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of good lifts and everything going through here. It's freaking looking awesome. So this is going to be our base for what we're about to do next, and I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here, but I want to think about it. So I think we've been almost at this for 2 hours too, so this is a good point for me to kind of cut it off and get a good thought process on where the next step of this is going to go. But we took this 6-lane road, like I was starting off to say, and originally I had made it continue on that way. I'm like, well, I know it's a 4-lane, but it's going to have to be a 6-lane. And then I was like, wow, what was I thinking? This can be a 6-lane, run up this way. The 4-lane can just stop there. I mean, look at the way the traffic's flowing. It's working great. I got to work with these stoplights, but it was a great idea because now we have this road, which is connecting our homes and schools and stuff like that to our resort area up here. This could probably use a little bit of work, but I'm not that worried about it at the moment. To one of the coolest areas, like honestly, this to me is like one of the coolest spots. You got little fire pits, you got cool spots to just look out over the city. This is gonna be, this is like, I would come here all the time and visit when I was a kid. Like this would have been one of the spots I would have went to with my friends. We would have been going there, having a fire, drinking, having a good old time. So smoking the za. So anyway, let's go ahead. I want to go check out the time of day. This is something I've been loving to do. I want to do it, start doing it almost every episode if we can. Just go to time of day and change this to the nighttime view. So we get a nice look at our roads, at the city that's being built. Like, look at all the cool lights up there on the mountain. That's stuff that I remember as a kid. You would see lights up on the mountain with the ski resort and stuff, like, because they would be up there working at night when nobody was skiing. They'd be up there, you know, fixing the trails and stuff like that with snowcats. So you would see lights on the mountain, and that's freaking awesome. Especially all the way up here. I mean, what sucks is that the lights are mainly coming from the power stations, but it at least helps out and makes it look good. This area, absolutely amazing. I'm just still super in love with it. It's super simple, but I'm so in love with it because it just reminds me of my childhood, to be honest. Well, other than the windmill, but it just reminds me of my childhood. Like, areas like this, we used to have them all over where I lived. And I grew up in Lake Arrowhead, California, Big Bear, California. Just check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. You used to be able to look out over San Bernardino Valley, and you could see out to Los Angeles whenever the sky was clear and stuff like that. So, and at night, it was the coolest view ever. Like, seriously. Looking over San Bernardino Valley from Lake Arrowhead was the absolute coolest view ever. That's why I love this, I think. So, anyway, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. It's been a good couple hours here. You all have been amazing. I love it when you jump in here with me and just check it out. And have a good old chat and have fun. I think I'm going to get on a little bit later, maybe after dinner. Jump on, play like maybe 1 or 2 hours of Baldur's Gate. Just kind of get through where I was at, where I stopped last night before I went to bed. I can't do the late night thing because it's Sunday and I'm going to be going to work tomorrow. But if you join me later, I will at least promise an hour or two. Well, okay, maybe not promise, but I'm going to strive to promise you an hour or two. If I do get on, I'm going to promise the hour or two. If I'm not on, well, we'll be back on tomorrow night for an hour or two. So during the week when I'm working, I'm probably just going to get on for like at least an hour. There's those nights there where I get back and I'm so tired, I sit in the chair and I'm like this. I'm instantly passed out. So those nights, don't expect anything. I'm sorry, but until then, hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me. You are all so awesome, and I appreciate you all so much for joining me when I am just making these silly little videos. So if you had a good time, please throw a like down below, maybe a subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Maybe share this if you know anybody out there that would enjoy these videos as well. But until next time, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Now I gotta find the button over here, so